Stan Lee calls me in. I was doing Daredevil. I had done about 3 or 4 issues of Daredevil. And Stan Lee called me in and asked me, what do I think about doing Spider-Man? And being an artist for hire, I said, sure, I'll help out. You know, I thought I was doing it temporarily. So that was my strangest twist, was that I thought I was doing it temporarily, ended up doing it for 7 years in a row and intermittently for 25 years, 30 years.
I didn't like him at first because he was beaten up on Daredevil. I remember that vividly, that, wow, this guy's a bad guy. My father had explained to me he's kind of he's a good guy, but nobody really likes him. The cops are after him and the newspapers don't like him. So I had this opinion of him, kind of an anti-hero. I didn't know what that meant at the time, but I knew what I felt about him. So when my father started drawing him, I always knew that he wasn't well-liked, and that was such a strange feeling to me. He's a superhero, but the cops don't like him. The cops are after him. And then when he takes his costume off, he's doted on by his aunt. And then he lives just not too far from us, because we lived in Queens at the time. He lives over in Forest Hills. No kidding. Wow, let's go past it. You know, Father drove me past the area. It was a live guy to me. It was an actual person, because I was at the age where I was very easily affected by it. It was wonderful having an extra brother and one who didn't make fun of me.
I first met Spider-Man when I was about 13 years old. I missed his initial appearance in Amazing Fantasy, but I got the first issue, Amazing Spider-Man #1. And I was kind of blown away that here was a guy who was about my age being a superhero.
My earliest memory was my father telling me that I had to go and pick up this comic book called Spider-Man. It was the Spider-Man drug issue, okay? And which you know, you read it today and it's pretty quaint. But back then, my father thought that this was gonna have a real big impact on it. You know what I mean? It's this anti-drug, anti-addiction kind of comic. And yeah, well, guess what? It kept me away from drugs, but it started a whole new addiction, which was comic books.
At first, it was just the costume. I thought the costume kicked ass. I mean, it just had this giant, you know, 2 giant eyes that you couldn't see through the mask, and he was always kind of spider-like. He was always crouching or hanging upside down or crawling up a wall. He just kind of did different things than you would see guys like Superman or Batman doing.
It'd probably be, you know, the cartoon show on TV. You know, me and my brothers used to get up early and watch it, and you know, it's one of those theme songs like other TV shows you have that are just emblazoned into your memory bank right now.
The first time I ever picked up a superhero comic book, it was Spider-Man. And I remember very clearly because I had gone home, I must have been like 4, maybe 5. I had gone home and that afternoon on a show called The Electric Company. They had a Spider-Man segment. There was a dude running around in the Spider-Man costume. And during those segments, he would just have thought balloons. He wouldn't speak, and he'd have adventures against people who used poor grammar.